Hey, Shopify Profit Machine Mastermind members. Um, Today, I just wanted to kind of cut a quick video for you and give you a couple of updates and kind of give you guys some philosophy to follow as I've been learning recently. That's the number one thing I believe you should always stay a student of the game, especially now that a lot of us have made the transition into this e-commerce world. I find more and more every single day. It's very different from the world we came from. A lot of the mindsets that we had to take on to be successful in our previous niches do not apply here. A lot of the times, the actual absolute reverse mindset applies here, and that's why we should always stay learning. So just wanted to point that out to you guys that I'm getting better. So as I get better, I'll be able to teach you guys, and we'll all get better together. But today I just wanted to talk about some post engagement stuff, some audience insight tools stuff, and then kind of just tell you a little bit about what I have involved and what's been going through my mind recently. Okay, so let's start here. Post engagement, as you can see, that's an incredibly low cost per engagement price there. It's 0.002 cents per engagement. As you can see, I got close to 2,000 engagements for roughly $3.70, right? So this is crazy, guys. This was one of those next level little tricks and twists that ended up happening. Now, I won't show you the post just because I already have my audience insight tool up, and I would have to leave the audience insight tool up to pull up my fan page itself. But I just want to give you kind of an example of what happened. So basically, I posted a picture on one of my fan pages that got a lot of natural interaction. I'm not getting a lot of natural interaction on my page here because I'm not promoting and I'm not doing anything on my actual Facebook wall. You guys know that. It's pretty much I'm only teaching you guys this stuff and I'm not posting it anywhere. But let's just say I posted something like this, and all of a sudden I got tons of likes, quite a few comments organically, right? Facebook sees that and it tells you flat out, hey, this post is working really organically well for you. You're getting a lot of interaction. I had that happen on one of my fan pages, and it told me that it was converting better than 97% of the posts that were going on my page. So I did a very small experiment. I gave a $5 budget to it, and I let it run automatically instead of manually bidding on what I wanted to pay per engagement. Some of you are following right along. Some of you, part of that was just Japanese. So let me jump back over here to my ads manager and kind of walk you through what I'm talking about. Okay. But as you can see, what ended up happening was a very, very low cost per engagement happened. Okay, so if you see over here, at this point in my business, I currently go out and I decide what I want to bid per engagement, per video view, per click. There's a couple of click campaigns here. I just shut off some ads because I was not going to actually get rid of them, but I was split testing to see which ads were producing which forms of profit. So I know exactly which ads to scale up because I've had 30 something ads running now for the last week, and I've done really well this week, but I wanted to see if some of them were responsible for more results than others. I still believe, and I'm still working on that for all of you as well, I still believe there's a better way for us to have complete control and complete understanding of what ads are converting, what ways for us on a day-to-day basis. So when I find that, I'm going to announce that, and I'm going to hook you all up with that as well. But just that was me going down a rabbit hole. Anyway, all of these engagements, all of these click costs, all these video costs, I actually bid on manually, except for this one. Right, this post engagement, because I didn't know exactly what to bid. I thought maybe getting it at a penny per engagement would be cool, maybe something like that. But I just decided to leave it manual or leave it automatic because Facebook told me it was converting so well. And so I ran an ad to it, and actually I can click on it and bring it up here so you guys can at least see. Just to be a spoiler, I guess, the picture was which one of Kobe's poses should they create a statue for and put it outside of the Lakers Center, the Staples Center for the Lakers. And I asked my LA fans that exact question, which one of these statues would you like to see? And I was getting tons of organic reach. But what ended up happening was I bid on it, or I ran a little $5 test at the beginning, and it went all the way down to it went all the way down to 0.001 cent at one time. And it's just because this has been running now for the last couple of weeks, so it's going to go up a little bit because a lot of the audience that I had already exposed it to started to see it already. Now, as I have to say this is why I wanted to cut this video. This is the most important part. Okay. If you've watched my other videos, or if you've had our one-on-one sit downs already, you know that all of these cost per engagement ones are with a very specific interest, just one interest that I've targeted, that I'm milking to see how many sales I can pull out of it and how cheap I can get the engagement. As you can see, it ranges from like $3 to $7, or 3 cents to 7 cents per engagement here running. That is on one specific one. This one I actually flipped and I did the opposite of. I used every single targeted metric out there, every single targeted interest out there as it pertains to the Los Angeles Lakers. And I slapped them all into one post. Now, one campaign. Now, why would I do that? Because number one, we're not looking for a specific demographic to try to buy something. So we will never turn a positive ROI off of the ad itself. So there's no need to use just one interest, right? We're looking to cast the net as wide as possible to get as many interactions, to get in front of as many people as possible per day. And as you can see, now I'm at 2,000 plus engagements for $3.80 roughly. But so you're trying to get as many people as possible that are interested in the other products on your page, or they're interested in the actual conversation that you want to have going on your page every single day. You want to interest, and you want to find those interests, and you want to slam them all in there. And there's two reasons why. Number one was the one I just gave you. Because we're not actually selling a product on this actual post itself, we're just looking for as much engagement as possible. We're not going by interests that are just, oh, this one's going to convert better than this one is. We're trying to get as many interests in there as possible. And number two, because organically, the more interest that you bring, that you put into a post, the more people Facebook will put it in front of for the same cost to you. So if you're already thinking in the mindset of this will give me ROI on other ways, like more likes on my fan page, more organic reach to my other posts and such, then you're not thinking I have to find the right interest and just target that right interest to pull a sale. You're thinking, how many more people interested in my stuff can I get to my website? It's kind of like paying for a lead instead of paying for a sale, right? Except this time we're getting really, really, really cheap leads, if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so now when you combine those two things, here's the end result. I think it said 567. I had 567 likes yesterday. My average running is like 300, or is like 270 to 300 likes. I've more than doubled the amount of likes that are coming in consistently over the last 2-week period, just based off of these kind of posts, right? So here's the other thing that it does. So it's giving you more likes. It's also turning around and giving more organic reach to these other ads, because if you noticed, these are the same ads that y'all saw in that last video, but yet if you notice here, this used to be 6 cents per engagement. This used to be 7 cents per engagement. This used to be 12 cents per engagement. This used to be 12 cents per engagement. But they all went down because there's more organic followers, there's more organic reach happening to all of these posts due to post engagement posts like this. So I told you this was going to be psychology a little bit based. So I want your psychology, I want your psyche to go, how can I find posts that will get lots and lots of engagement organically happening on my post itself. And then how can I post those and at the same time run little $5 ads to all of these to get 0.00 something cent per engagement running to my page so I can get more likes, more interaction on my other posts, and ultimately more sales for less and decrease the amount that I'm paying for Facebook to send me paid users to my other posts. Because that, if you can master this concept, you will end up doing exactly what I just said, paying less for the ads that are making you money, and you'll end up getting more people checking out those ads organically, which will make you even more money for not free, right? But 2,000 people that have checked out my other ads for $3 basically is free to me. I've made enough sales today. I made enough sales by 1 a.m. last night to cover that cost for the next week, 2 weeks, whatever, however many days it needs to be running. This runs for free. Let's just put it that way. All of these really, really low cost per engagements run for free. So I'm getting paid to generate engagements like this, and in turn, it's paying me in other ways. So guys, think through that and really make that your focus. And if we need to sit down again, we will, and I can kind of walk you through a little bit deeper in your specific area that you're running a Shopify store and how to do that specifically, right? So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about on that end. Now, I know I should probably never teach more than one lesson in one video, but you guys have blown me away with how much you can already understand and how much of this you can already grasp from just the interaction, the very brief interaction that we've had. So I'm going to trust that if I walk you guys through the basics of audience insights and I don't get super in depth, that you guys can follow me on that, right? Okay. So I'm going to do that right here with, let's do Gucci, right? So I'm going to do this with Gucci pretty much just because I'm about to launch a fashion brand. My mentor, my girlfriend, and I all have this vision where one of our passions, our strong passions, is fashion. And ultimately, we're going to not do what we do with regular Shopify where we sell other people's products. Eventually, we're going to actually own our own brand, and we're going to sell our own created, custom design clothing, which is going to be off the chain. But the rules still apply the same way, and I'm actually building it out. I'm building us an audience and getting paid to build the audience by selling other people's clothes for a profit until we have built up an audience that we can go, hey, buy something that's actually our own brand now and check us out, right? So anyway, the same exact method kind of works the same way. If we come down here, and by the way, if you need to know how to get to audience insights, you type in audience insights right here, and it'll pop up a little app. Here, I'll just do it with you. It'll pop up a little app. Yes, I'll leave this page, sadly. It'll pop up a little app like this, right? And you just click use now. And a lot of the people in this group are already in it, so that's good. And then you get to right here. So if I come down here to where interests is, and I type in Gucci, right, it'll obviously bring me up lots of different things that we use for building a business or finding our target audience in this case, right? So it'll tell you your demographics of people who have liked that fan page. It'll tell you what other fan pages they might have liked, which will come in handy in just a minute. I'll show you why. It'll show you locations of where they are in the world, right? And then it will also show you the level of activity, which I want you to pay close attention to this number right here because this is hugely important. And I'll talk to you that right now, right? The frequencies of activity, to be honest, guys, I still don't know. I think it's a metric system of 0 through 100. I haven't seen anything higher than a 62 yet. So I know it's above 50, 0 to 50, but I don't know if there is a path to 100. And if there is, that's probably a freaking gold mine and someone should build a business in that area. But anyway, These are the frequencies of activity, which tells you how often the people who like that fan page that you're targeting as an interest, remember for this one we're running with Gucci, how often they take this form of action. So how often they're going to like your page. A 41 is pretty high, okay? So it means if you ran an advertisement to people who have liked Gucci, more often than not, more often than anything, they're going to like your fan page, right? They're going to comment at a level of 25. That's decent. It's okay. They're going to like your actual post at a level of 36. That's decent, but that's not what we're usually focused on. This is important because this is how often they will actually click on the ad itself and go check out whatever the offer is. You know, right now I've generated $13,780 off of one single ad that had an ad click ratio of just 42. Just 42. So something that's a 39 is pretty high. I could probably do about 8 grand, 10 grand a month with that kind of ad high. So you want to find things that are between, like, I would say the holy grail would be like 35 and 55. You know, if you find a 60 or higher, you're doing awesome. If you can find that 40-ish range, you're going to make crazy profit, right? So that's what we're looking at, guys. And then this is why page likes is important. A lot of people leave this out, but this is how you find more interest, because I'll just be the first one, brutally honest, to tell you, even though Gucci has 8 million to 9 million monthly active people, if you were to run $1,000 a day campaign to that, you would use up all 8 million to 9 million within 90 days, and you would have to go find a new page to target. Just flat out, period, right? So it actually helps you based on the affinity, how likely they are to like a similar fan page to this one. It'll give you other ideas of fan pages to target. And guys, there's 2 ways to do this: the long way and the easy way. I'm going to show you the shortest way, the easy way. Just open some ones that you know are no-brainer. They're also in the same niche, you know, Dolce & Gabbana, Armani, Prada. They're all, you know, fashion line things. Between Prada is normally shades and women's wear. Dolce & Gabbana is usually women's wear and eyewear as well. Armani, you find some men's stuff. Louis Vuitton, you find some fly men's stuff. Gucci, you find some fly men's stuff as well. But you go to their fan pages and you see how many likes they have, and you see how much activity they're getting. This is probably a bad one. Now, it might not be because this is only 2 hours old, but notice they have 2 million people who have liked this fan page, but yet they have 4 likes on that post. They have 10 likes on this post. They have 12 likes on this post. There's not a lot of engagement that's happening on these things at all. At all. So I wouldn't bother targeting that post or that fan page. Why? Because if they're not going to engage on the posts that are within the fan page that they actually liked, they're probably not going to engage on the post that you send them. So you're going to waste your money. You're not going to get the highest ROI, right? This is still pretty bad, in my opinion. For Prada to have 5 million likes and to only have 24 shares and 162 likes, I would actually expect them to really pick it up. I see some 567s, so that's not bad, 336, but still they should be in the thousands and the thousands and the thousands of range, in my opinion. 842 is not bad. The other fail-proof way to do this is kind of just go see on their pictures and see what they're getting. You know, not a lot of people are interacting, so I would probably stay away from that as well. We're going to have to go into deeper fashion networks and find different actual publishers that are posting. But I just wanted to kind of give you a kind of a dual lesson in one. Number one, okay, let me come back to Insight Tools for the number one. Number one, when you have an idea of keywords or different targets that you could target your ads to, bring them into the audience insight tools and see what kind of numbers they're getting in activity. If they're getting high, that's probably a good idea. It's probably something that you should split test a target on. And I might do a video based on your very first ad next just because I find a lot of my students are taking the same exact path I'm taking, where they try to throw 30 targets into, or 30 interests into one ad and target all of them at the same time, which gives you the least amount of results. And I'll share with you why that is in that video itself. But the second thing, after you've done that, is if you like the results that you think you're going to get, come find similar ideas from here. You know, guys, just to tell you a quick story, I was lost when I started selling sports stuff, right? I had no idea. One, I didn't really know how to use the audience insight tool. I had to learn that on the go. But number two, I really didn't have, outside of the name of the sports team itself, any idea of how to target and sell jerseys, beanies, championship rings, posters, all sorts of phone cases, all sorts of things that I now sell consistently on Facebook, right? So I came to this audience insight tool and I typed in the name of any of them, right? I could type in the name of, I'll do this with the Boston Celtics, since I will never sell anything Boston Celtics and I despise them. If you're a Boston Celtic fan and you're learning from me, never tell me that, because I'll cut you off. No, I'm just playing, but we will forever not see eye to eye. So literally, like, look at this. I would have never known to target I love Boston sports. I would have, I mean, maybe New England Patriots and stuff like that, just because they come from the same thing. But look at Beantown, you know, Beantown, Kevin Garnett is something that a lot of ones like. That's kind of a no-brainer. Paul Pierce, you're the greatest player in the last 20 years to play for the Celtics. But look what happens. Let me just kind of close that. Y'all got the gist of what I was talking about. These over here. Okay, except let me real quick. Sorry, I go down many rabbit holes. Louis Vuitton turns around and what was I guess? Oh, Louis Vuitton turns around and has a lot of shares and a lot of likes on their stuff. So this would be a good idea to target. This would be a good interest to target to sell the fashion too. Why? Because they're getting a lot of engagement on all of their posts already. The people who like the Louis Vuitton fan page actually come out and they interact on the stuff that's being posted. So if you ran an ad that's relevant, right? We're working on being relevant. If you ran an ad that's relevant to the marketplace that you're serving here in Louis Vuitton, they would come out and they would interact and they would engage on your post and stuff. So as soon as we're done with this sports idea, I'm going to show you what kind of numbers Louis Vuitton is getting, and we're going to check that out together, right? But over here, look at I Love Boston Sports. That's a team that we would not have really understood or looked to target. It's not a great find. I mean, 827 likes, so they're getting close to 1,000 likes on some of their main stuff. But it's also a severely smaller fan page than these other ones. So you'll run out of people to talk to faster, but you're getting 1,000 likes out of 248,000 people. That's really targeted, actually, because we saw the other fashion designs that had millions of likes and they were getting similar numbers. So you got to think that that's probably good. Beantown's actually just a city, so it's probably not going to turn around and give you the same type of pull because it's not in the niche of sports. But look at Kevin Garnett. He's getting 20,000 likes, 41,000 shares. Where did that go? 41,000 shares, 230,000 likes. You know, this is probably a good one for you to turn around and target something to, right? Because he has a large fan base that comes out and supports him and talks to him about it, right? So now we're back to that. But that is how you find new interests that stay within the same niche of what you're targeting. Okay, so now let's just together see what Louis Vuitton is offering here. So let's see their level of activity. And as you can see, it was right about the level of activity as Gucci. Gucci had a 39. This is a 37. So Gucci probably has more likes and things like that. I just happen to like the brand Gucci better. I have cologne and shoes and a pair of glasses and things like that from Gucci. So I start with Gucci whenever I think of fashion. But Louis Vuitton's not far either. But anyway, that is the basis, and like I said, it still falls in that 35 to 55 range that you can do extremely well in, right? So this might be one of the immediate interests that I'm going to target when I run my very first ad for my shopping or for my fashion Shopify, right? So that's pretty much what I wanted to instill in you guys' head while I was cutting this real quick video. I know it was kind of back and forth, but I'm doing this really more based on what I'm seeing the needs of my individual go-getters in my Shopify group are. Let me hop back in the mastermind here. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing you guys are needing and you guys are wanting and you guys are talking about. And the main reason I do these kind of short little videos for you is because it will take you here significantly faster than I got there. Period. It will get you there, and actually this is up to 535 orders now. So just saying, you will get to having 500 orders a month, 1,000 orders a month, anything like that faster if you turn around and grasp the things that I'm teaching you not to do on top of the things that I'm teaching you to do correctly right from the get-go. And maybe bouncing back and forth, but that's because these are like appetizers. I give you the main course when we sit down and have our one-on-one talks, guys. And I already noticed, thanks to Alec and Sheem, that I don't just have one major sit down with you and then we map out everything at once. I kind of am doing it in phases. I'm kind of doing it as we're sitting down and going through your current situation where you are. So that's helping me, and that's why I'm doing these little videos in between here, because these will help you out and get you to where you can already kind of know what you're doing, but more importantly, you can ask the smartest, the most effective questions for what you need to know from me right off the bat, right? So other than that, just wanted to give y'all some encouragement. You got me super hyped. I'm believing in y'all. We got some fun things on the horizon. We're going to take things to phase 2. I'm trying to wait till it's officially 30 days in to do phase 2, but I'm getting hyped. I'm getting excited. And I'll kind of just give you a little bit about what phase 2 is going to be about. Phase 2, we're going to turn on the full blast social media marketing. I'm going to teach you some things about Twitter, which you guys who have followed me before Shopify, you already know Twitter's like my go-to for social media. And a lot of you are shocked that I haven't done anything on Twitter yet to promote my Shopify business. So I'm excited to see where that takes us. I'm also going to teach you a little about Instagram, and I'm hoping that my baby girl will come on and talk, because she is crushing the getting organic followers and building our clothing line brand following on Instagram already. And I might have my boy James Jones come on and teach a little bit too. He's in the mastermind group, and I know he's absolutely crushing it on Instagram and had a 5-figure month with Instagram. So it would be an honor to have him on here to kind of teach y'all as well. But we're going to turn on some social media stuff, and we're going to take this to the next level, as well as, I got to tell y'all the truth. A lot of you are going to be like, no, BJ, no, I can't believe you did this. So we've run hundreds of thousands probably, or at least tens of thousands. I'll say tens of thousands. We've ran tens of thousands of people to our actual Shopify store itself. We've had hundreds of thousands of engagements on our Facebook fan pages in the last 30 days, and we did not collect a single email address or any sort of way to connect to anyone that did not directly buy from us, except for a Facebook marketing pixel so that we could retarget them in a future ad for a lot less cost. I know all of you just choked, or you spit your water out, or all those little emotions that you have of anxiety and surprise, right? So we've done marketing 95% wrong in the first 30 days, and these are still the results. So in the next 30 days, we're going to walk you through how to set up, and we're going to show you, because we're doing it ourselves, we're going to walk you through how to set up a new app that will leave a opt-in so that when they hit your page, they immediately get hit with an offer to opt into the list, but also a exit offer page where they can get a exclusive discounts on everything that they will purchase eventually, which will turn around and create us a new customer as well. But it will also get their name and email address in exchange for that exclusive discount coupon or percentage off coupon. So subconsciously, we'll be creating a new customer, and we'll be building a list that we can turn around and email market to, and we'll be turning on that phase of our business, guys. I have no doubt in my mind, no doubt, we're about to cross $50,000 in our next month in this one store alone, from adding a social media presence, from adding a exit offer and a enter the site offer, and from adding email marketing to our existing customer base, to our existing visitor base, and running retargeting ads to the people who have already come to our site to turn around and turn more of those no's into yeses, which we're actually extremely good at. And I'll probably cut a video about that as well, because a lot of our no's end up yeses within 30 days. So guys, that's exciting for me. This is phase 2. I'm bringing you all along in phase 2. That's why I haven't turned everything on at once. I really want to kind of run social media marketing together and teach you guys hand in hand how it's done. And I want to bring on those speakers that I just mentioned to kind of help with Instagram as well, because Instagram is kind of just the icing on the cake for me. I'm more of the Twitter guy and the Facebook guy. So getting Instagram up and running will be awesome, as well as obviously the video marketing that we do. So I'm excited. The future is bright. I think that all of you are about to have $10,000 to $20,000 months yourselves. Our goal still remains the same. We want to get you $800 a day net profit, and then we want to scale up from there and get you guys to $500 to $1,000 a day net profit. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. Shout out to all of you guys. I truly believe in you. So let's get this thing rocking and rolling. I'm BJ Dalla. I'll see you in the mastermind. I'll see you on the next video. And as always, I'll see you at the bank. Take care.